My brother has been staying with me for the past couple weeks. He'll be with me through December. He's having some work done on his place. Sitting at the bar on his laptop, and I had a little workbench come in while I was gone, and I took my I forgot I had taken it. I changed clothes, and I'm like, I'm gonna put the workbench together. So which is like a sawhorse, is similar. If you know what a sawhorse is, it's a miniature version of that.
Totally thought this was going to be an IKEA story.
No. It's a Black & Decker thing, and there really is only like 10 steps.
Is it plastic?
It's metal and wood.
Okay.
And so I get to step 4, and this is all I know how to describe it. At step 4, apparently it had been just at an hour since I had that. Okay, and I'm standing there in the kitchen, and I've read there's 4 bullets in step 4. And I've read that 25 minutes worth and hadn't done a thing. And then it hit me. I was like, I should probably put this up. And my brother, his name is Brian, I call him B. B goes, you need some help? I'm like, nah, dude, I'm good. Leave me alone. Because he had given me shit for helping me. And I was like, nah, fuck you. I don't need your help.
I can do it myself.
So then I go, it hits me. I said, I should probably put this up. He's like, why, are you okay? I said, that bull, I think, is kicking in. He goes, oh, that makes sense. He said, Carrie, because you've literally been reading the same line for 15 minutes. He said, I have listened to you say the same fucking thing. He said, what you've been doing is reading it, and I'm moving it around the kitchen. Like, maybe I can, let me put it over here. Now I'm on the counter by the stove. He's like,
still makes no sense.
He said, you've read the same fucking thing for like 15 minutes. I'm like,
That's awesome.
I got to put it up right now.
That's great.
And then I took my ass to the room, and I put the TV on thinking that I was going to watch some TV, but I think I just fell asleep.
Hey, it's not a bad way to spend a day.
No, that's not a bad way. That's good. That's good.
You just have
I was like, I need a win after this week.
You had the symptoms of dementia for like 2 hours before you went to sleep.
Yeah.
Whack had to put itself together.
My brother actually said, thank God I was starting to worry about you. He said, I forgot you took that.
That's funny.
She's having a stroke. This episode of What the Pod Was That is brought to you by BLNK CANVS brand. If you own a business, restaurant, or sports team and you're ready to shake things up with that new, unique image, you need to use BLNK CANVS brand. BLNK CANVS specializes in brand identity, including logos and graphics for business cards, flyers, banners, and signs. BLNK CANVS offers printing services to help with your clothing needs. Look, when it comes to talent and service, there is no one better. For more information, you can search Facebook for BLNK CANVS, or you can email blankcanvas at whatthepodwasthat.com. That's BLNKCANVS at whatthepodwasthat.com. You can find links in the Friends of the Pod section of our website. Visit whatthepodwasthat.com.
What the Pod Was That may have content and language that isn't suitable for some. Listener discretion is advised.
Recorded live from the Maddie Johnson Podcast Studio at GOT Sound Studio in Columbia, South Carolina, this is What the Pod Was That. All material played on the show was found on the internet. The opinions about that material are our own. Please follow the show on Twitter at WhatThePodPod. Let's start the show. Welcome to the show that you have willingly allowed to help bring in the new year because seasonal depression is a thing.
So is this the not helping the seasonal depression?
What are we doing?
Are we helping?
I am Barrett Gruber. And joined by the woman that woke up here in the podcast studio for New Year's party, Carrie Simmons. The party ended early, too. She was here, like lampshade on the head, sleeping with No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, my God.
I'm just kidding. Because I was home by 8.
And I never left.
As well, the man that once took a horse by the reins and now won't stop using the idiom for everything.
I was wondering where that was going to go.
90% of the time, inaccurately, Zach King.
Took a horse. Pause.
I have some examples of some of Zach's worst idioms using this. One, sometimes when you want to wear those tight jeans, you just have to take the horse by the reins.
Did you say bull by the horns or something? Horse by the reins is like...
It's not me. It's him.
Oh.
Sometimes when you want Taco Bell, you just have to take the horse by the reins. I don't know what it means.
Is that
These are poor examples of Zach's idiom usage.
okay?
But
It's because of the studio party last night.
He once said, even if I don't want to eat a salad, you just have to take the horse by the reins. They don't make sense.
He actually said that?
no, fuck no. I didn't.
The trash at my house doesn't get to the street unless I take the horse by the reins.
It all adds up, but I don't say it.
I mean, fair, but not really.
I watched the episode of The Office last night where Nard says beer me. He's like, I say that because it gets a laugh like 25% of the time.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, Tuna, beer me that CD.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody, for listening.
Can you beer me a moment here?
We wouldn't do this if it weren't for people listening. Actually, would we still do this?
Probably.
We would probably still record even.
Hey,
if there
guess
were no
what?
listeners.
We have 2 listeners. Woohoo! Let's record.
Yeah. Let's go entertain them.
Hey, you too.
Please subscribe to the show.
Stay away from your family.
Subscriptions drive searches.
For
That's
new
how we get new
listeners.
listeners. Also, if you're listening to us on Apple Podcasts, please go ahead and give us one of those 5-star reviews.
Or on your friend's burnt CD that he made for you of our podcast.
That'd be. Could you imagine? Could you imagine coming across on like a mixtape and it'd be one of our recordings?
What the pod was that? Volume 1?
Yeah. What were you doing? Also, if you aren't listening to us on Apple Podcast, which Zach was kind of mentioning, you can always follow us on Twitter. And I think some of the other podcast things have the ability to like rank us or a thumbs up or something. So
Give us 5 stars.
Yeah.
Tell us we're fucking awesome and like us on everything.
Yeah.
Duh.
That's all you got to do. I don't think we're asking.
Barrett
that
makes
much.
it so complicated. Come on, just say it.
Yeah. Wherever you're listening to this, and if it's somebody lending you a earbud to listen,
pull it up on yours.
just flick their nipple or something.
Do you know what I
Be like, hey, I really enjoyed you sharing that.
Don't do
Flick.
that. It's painful.
How are we going to get credit for that? I'm curious.
Well, then they could tweet at us like, Billy flicked my nipple. He liked your podcast so much.
Hey, Happy New Year. This
Happy-
episode is coming out on New Year's Day.
It is New Year's Day, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Yeah. See? Carrie knows. Carrie knows.
Happy anniversary to my beautiful partner, woman in my life, Gabrielle. 7 years.
Happy anniversary.
7 years? Seriously?
How has she put up with you that long?
I'm fucking hilarious, Gary.
I feel
Well,
like
you know what? It's the Elmo voice, right? You just walk around and say and talk with your Elmo voice, and she's like, I just love that voice.
Gabrielle knows characters, and we just give them names like Fernando.
So what is Elmo's character?
Oh, it would just be Elmo, but he's not one to pull out all the time.
We'll do Fernando.
Elmo doesn't pull out all the time.
I'm like, I want to take you in the room and put cheese on
Okay,
your
stop
legs.
doing Elmo. Or stop doing
Fernando sounds like a sex crime.
Yeah, he's basically the guy from Grand Theft Auto's radio station.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Fernando has sexual assaults piling in all 50 states.
Do you want my Pepsi? Because I'm not going to drink it.
Yeah, sure. Fuck
Thank
it.
you.
Thanks, Barrett.
Oh, there's.
It's a couple weeks old, but
Hey, it hasn't been open, right?
No.
Okay.
No.
What do you mean? This Pepsi's not fresh? Fresh from the Pepsi
Is any
cow?
Pepsi fresh?
In the Carolinas, man.
We let Zach go first last time, so I'm going to go first this time.
Okay.
Yeah.
First of all, did you do anything? Are you doing anything special? I know we're recording this well before New Year's Day, and people listening have to understand. Are you doing anything for New Year's? That was
Choking
the sound.
on tea.
That was the sound of Carrie inhaling her own tongue. She's gonna have to dislodge it from the roof of her mouth.
So
Feel
I'm
like
not.
it was just a standard question.
I'm like, okay. So
New Year's. We lay Carrie to rest.
So
This is now a 2-man show.
it's a couple weeks after New Year's, but I'm going to Belize.
Nice.
And
Excellent place.
yeah, I've never
Never been?
been.
You can check out some Aztec ruins and stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like I've told this story before. I've not been to Belize, but I have been to southern Mexico.
Yeah.
And when I went to southern Mexico, it was actually on my first honeymoon. And we were in the we were in our hotel or on our resort or whatever when they made an announcement. They had people go to each one of the rooms that were occupied and say, hey, just so you know, we're going to keep everybody away from the beach today. I've told this before. Well, so the reason is because Belize was in the middle of a coup.
Yeah.
And the refugees were leaving Belize, traveling up the beach into Mexico. And our resort was actually feeding and giving everyone, all the refugees, water that were leaving and whatnot. Mexico's a pretty fucking cool country.
Yes. And it was either Belize or Honduras where I saw children with AK-47. So keep an eye out for that.
I guess probably not Belize.
Yeah, I'd say Honduras. Well,
Probably
Belize
Honduras.
20 years ago, maybe.
So I was.
This might have been 25 years ago.
Oh, I was gonna go in April with my friend Pat for our birthdays because we're just 5 days apart, and he had a milestone birthday. He turned 50, and we had made reservations to go to Belize. Well, about a couple of weeks before that, the United States gives other countries like colors,
Right.
and it had turned red,
Right.
and we weren't. So I emailed the U.S. Embassy over there and just said, hey, this situation. And they're like, just don't leave the resort. And Belize City is really where we're worried about the gang crime. And in Belize City on the mainland is where they were talking about.
Yeah.
And I said, well, I'm not in a resort and I am staying in Belize City. And they were like, do whatever you feel like you need to do, but this is our recommendation.
Oh, you're like, this doesn't feel safe.
Just understand the Marines that we have at the embassy, they they close and lock the doors.
Yeah.
Right. So I told Pat, I was like, I'm all about an adventure, but I'm not feeling this at all.
Yeah.
So we pulled out last minute and then we rescheduled for January. And I swear to you, 2 days after we canceled our trip, everything went to like green or something.
Yeah.
And now we're actually staying on a resort, the Pelican Resort. And so if something happens between now and then, we should be fine.
Yeah.
Sweet.
But
Very
I've
cool.
never been outside of the United States besides a cruise.
Are you kidding me?
No.
This will be the first time you've left the United States outside of just a cruise.
Yeah.
That's fair. Me too.
Well,
Really?
really.
Man.
That's how I got to Belize. Yeah, in Honduras.
Yeah. So I've
Cozumel came in.
I've never flown off of. Yeah.
That's cool. Well, it should be a good trip.
And you
I'm
didn't need
excited.
passports on a cruise either.
Yes,
at least
you do.
when I
You
did.
do now.
You do.
If
I
you're-
think you
it
do.
regardless-
It's been 20 years,
Yeah.
so like I remember being like, so you could just leave.
Yeah, the passports are now required to get off and on of the
Makes
cruise
sense.
ship.
I think so. Yeah, because I went in April.
Yeah, so it's more complicated now, but it's for your safety, I guess. Zach, I let you go first last time. I let you go.
And you did actually let him go.
We let you go.
You didn't
first.
stop me.
Yeah, I didn't stop you. So
Barrett goes first.
And I'll
I-
go first now. No, I was kidding.
I don't know that Barrett's ever gone first. Can we say he's gone first? Because
Yeah, sure
normally
he
we.
has.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so this is gonna be my first one. Here we go.
Is that the new iPhone 14 Pro Max in your pocket?
I don't have a phone, Dale.
These are two guys riding nuts to butts on a horse.
God.
I only played that video, and it was apropos because Carrie told us a story a couple weeks ago about she got
a horse by the reins.
took a horse by the reins and got herself a new iPhone 14.
Yes. By the way, it's still not here. It's
Unbelievable.
It's not supposed to be
Unbelievable.
here until late January.
Oh my gosh, that's
Yeah.
great! Like in reality, it's not going to get here till late January.
Yeah. So this is what they told me. Recalling my conversation.
Yeah.
Was that the only thing they have is what did I get? 250. So 125 they had. Is that right? 125. Is that how they-
128.
120, whatever,
128
maybe
gigabytes.
128. So they
Yeah.
got the lowest one in there, and they didn't have any of the Pro Max, and I wanted the Pro Max with the 250.
256
or whatever.
Yeah.
And every color and all of them are sold. Like you can't get them anywhere in several surrounding states, apparently, like even North Carolina, Georgia,
Yeah.
South Carolina. And they're all on back order, every color of that.
You know why that
Size.
is?
It's because the workers over
Yeah,
there.
and at Foxconn in China, where they manufacture the iPhones,
Where they
all of them.
sleep at the factory.
Yeah, they literally sleep at this factory. There's been such a
Should we
spike
all get
in
rid
COVID.
of our iPhones now?
No, I paid.
Okay.
I paid for mine.
They should just give more of what I paid to these guys. I don't. It's,
Yeah. Why doesn't Apple or Foxconn pay more money to these workers? But anyway,
COVID outbreaks.
so COVID outbreaks have basically, like, there are videos on TikTok of them cleaning out the apartments of the people that have left and abandoned Foxconn because the Chinese government is literally locking them there.
Yeah.
And like it looks like an apocalyptic scene where there's basically all of the clothes and furniture have been thrown into the streets.
And there's some
China.
dude
I
there
mean-
going, Carrie needs her iPhone. It's purple and it has 365 gigabytes.
Yeah. So can we,
Step it up.
and get you
said like a true American. Good job, Carrie.
a white female
Privileged.
American. Here we go.
Oh my
And I'm actually in a little bit of a protected class. I'm in my mid 40s, so there's something.
There's a bitchy white lady really wants her phone.
Oh my god! I can't believe I'm hearing this.
Oh my God. She's in a protected class. We all heard it.
Zach, why don't you save us by moving on to your next one?
It's so funny. I'm going to listen to this and I'll be like, "Where's my skit?"
Where's my bit I did? So my brother sent me this one and it had me laughing pretty good. It's a little kid.
This nose is big as hell, boy.
Yo, dick small, cuz.
I'm a child or no.
Oh, it had me laughing my ass off.
What was he, like 10? Like if you had to put an age on him?
Oh yeah, he's probably like 8 to 10,
8 to
something
10,
like
yeah.
that. Yeah. His boy tried to clown him. And he's like, "Duh."
I love that when they, just keep it real.
Yeah. Did you owned his buddy with logic? I'm a
It
child.
even looked like he looked down or what he's like.
It did.
I know.
It did. It looked like he took a peek just to make sure.
I'm a child.
Nothing.
I know.
Nothing to change
Nothing
since the last
changed in
time.
the last 30 seconds.
Yeah, it was funny.
So we are taking advantage of the fact that Carrie was not prepared for this week.
Oh, man. You know what? Our listeners are going to be like, the last couple times she ain't prepared. What's going
This
on?
slag ass. You got sawhorses you still need to build.
I love my sawhorse.
Well, so what we're going to do then is we're going to move on without a Carrie entry.
It's okay. Carrie's going to react and
yeah.
laugh and giggle.
Well, no, I mean, like Zach will play one and then I'll play one.
You're going to react to our videos.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're
That's
So,
okay.
prepared.
so this is my
You
next
ever
one.
get in trouble in school?
No?
You know, I never. You never get in trouble.
No?
Do you always do what teacher tells you?
Yeah?
How come you're not like that at home?
Oh, he's adorable.
Oh, yeah, I'm so good in at home.
You are good at home, but you mess sometimes.
But I didn't today when Shannon was over.
Yeah, you did. You ran out the back and hid under the trampoline when I told you you're not allowed.
Oh no, I did that. I was playing.
He's like, yeah, well, that's still
Oh,
screwing
he's
off.
adorable.
That's a cute kid.
That's a cute kid.
That's a cute kid. All right. Okay, here we. So this one's really funny, and I think it'll pass on audibly,
Oh.
but it definitely works better with visuals too. But you guys get to enjoy it.
Everybody else.
Oh, you finally made it.
So it's a guy going to a girl's house, and it says point of view. We're on a date at my house.
Oh, okay. All right.
Please don't leave. You know what they say in French? Mi casas. Anyways,
Tried to kiss her.
I love you too. Like a house tour? Don't worry, I won't show you the basement yet. You'll get to see enough of that later.
The basement.
Boy.
Why are you sitting so far away? Come on, let's watch some TV. Drinks?
She's got 2 drinks.
Just have both.
You want both? Spaghetti our regretting. What's that? You're already regretting the state? Don't worry, you won't be remembering anything by tomorrow.
Hiding from her.
Hello?
So is this supposed to be from the female point of view or from the male point of view?
Going to her house for a date.
So the man is saying that the woman acts like that?
In that
Crazy lady,
video, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The woman is saying that if you were at my house, this is what you're going to see.
I gotcha.
So she's being overly creepy.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Was that
now.
just normal behavior to you?
No, I was thinking it was her doing it
She
from
was pretending to be a guy.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
okay.
that would
I could
make
see that.
sense
I could
to
see
me. That was like, oh, that's yeah,
All the guys are creepy.
exactly. So I was a little
I think what we've learned from this is don't have your first date at somebody's house.
No.
that's like a
I don't think it said first date though, did it? No, it just
no,
said
it
on
just
a date.
said on
Oh,
a date.
yeah.
But no.
Yeah.
First dates, house dates.
Hey, that's like meeting someone in a, like at a bar and you've had a few to drink and then you just
Go to their house.
Yeah.
There's only one reason you're at somebody's house for a date.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
means you win the grand prize.
All right, here we go.
Okay, welcome to the Juan and Jesus show. Today we're going to teach you how to build a chair. Okay, my bad. You can't even know it.
Ready?
So we're going to teach you how to build a chair. The first step you're going to need to know, Jesus, can you please tell him?
It'd be funny if a trickle of blood came down.
What? What's wrong with you?
I've had a headache all morning. Don't know what it is.
No, I don't know either. Okay, first you're going to need to have the helmets for safety.
Safety first.
Yes. And then these goggles. You put them on like this.
Uh-huh.
That's the first step.
Faster.
Okay. You're gonna need to get some wood. That's one of the biggest things to building a wooden chair is to have some wood. So
Preferably.
Yeah. Okay.
Preferably the wood.
I'm sorry. They
legit fired that into his.
That was funny. Yeah.
Like that is. Have you guys ever handled one of those guns?
Yeah, a nail gun.
Good God, scary.
I've been around two people who shot themselves with a nail gun while I worked with them.
Oh, dude, you know what? I'm done. You can finish this project by yourself.
My dad shot himself through the finger and then finished doing what he was doing.
That's painful.
My dad, he was like, "Ah, damn it!" I was like, "What happened? Did you shoot yourself?" And he's like, "Yes." I was like, "Well, come down. We gotta go to the hospital. Give me a minute." Ka-chunk, 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 ka-chunk. Like finish what he was doing.
Let me finish this up. I'm already up here.
Yeah. My dad just comes down and he's like, "Look at this," and it's just doop, right through the middle, poking out of his nail a little bit. And he tried pulling it out, and he was like, "I can't get it out." And eventually, when my mom took him to the doctor, he did get it out in the office.
Gosh.
And the doctor's like, "I told you not to do that." My dad's like, "But I did it."
Well, it's, I guess, you know.
Doctor, wait. The doctor's like, I told you
not to pull it out. Yeah.
Oh God.
I mean, but there isn't really much to the finger. Like
it went
the shit ton of nerves.
It went to the bone because there was like a dent on the other side of his finger.
Oh,
good night.
You know what? I can't even.
Oh, and then I was working marine construction with Keith's brother-in-law, and we were holding the board up, and I was holding the back end for him, and he goes, "Dude, just like started screaming, and he actually pinned himself to the board with the nail." And here's the worst part. Like he chunks and I was like, "Dude, grab the gun and nail the board up so you're not holding it."
Yeah.
And then he was like, "Oh." He's like, "Yeah, I did it." And he did it. And he's like, "Get something." And I was like, "Dude, I don't have bolt cutters. I'm calling Will to get bolt cutters." He's like, "Fuck it. Get the Sawzall and cut the nail." I was like, "Dude, bad idea. It's going to get so hot." He's like, "Just do it." Like screaming. I'm like, "Up to you." So I went to hit the nail with the Sawzall and he's like, "Stop."
Because all it's doing is vibrating.
Oh, it got it hot. It got the nail hot within his finger.
Inside his finger. And so now he's cauterized whatever nerves and.
So I'm holding his legs and the ladder he's on to make sure he doesn't pass out or anything while the boss guy comes and brings bolt cutters and cuts him free. And he went through the side of his finger, kind of like the fatty part.
Jeez.
And so it was all the way through. I have a picture of it I could show you all.
No,
I'm good.
We're good.
No, I'm going to
Thank
pass.
you.
So don't use a nail gun around me. It's because I'm just bad
fair.
luck.
Fair.
I don't get shot with it, but I've seen some stuff.
Yeah, knock on whatever wood you can find. Did you play one?
No.
Oh, okay.
He was running his mouth.
What the fuck?
I was prepared.
How are you feeling? I feel kind of depressed and fucking awful. Oh, yeah. Next time say good and then shut the fuck up.
So I'm just going to explain. Mark Kelly is the senator from Arizona. So you were in New Mexico. Mark Kelly was just reelected to the Senate from Arizona. But if you didn't know, he used to be an astronaut. And at one point during his career, while on the International Space Station, he smuggled on a gorilla suit. And this is what it looked like. He snuck this thing on, got dressed up in it one night. It's the colors high. This is one you're definitely going to want to watch because he's chasing astronauts through the space station.
Oh my God.
And so this was recorded.
Yeah.
And then they probably were watching this at some space
Yeah.
place here.
Space station.
You said that was Mark Kelly?
Yeah, Mark Kelly.
So
That's awesome.
that's when they took
did
Mark
he get
Kelly
in
back
trouble?
from space. He's like, he fucks around too much.
Did he get in trouble for that? Look at that.
I don't know, but
That's
He has the
awesome.
record for most days spent in space too.
does he?
Mhm.
That's crazy.
He was up there for
That's
a year.
crazy. But yeah, so that's I just thought that was.
And then
I
he
thought
just
that was-
rips out of a bag like that.
Yeah.
That's great.
I thought that was.
I'll give you a
entertaining.
little science fact. There actually is gravity in the space station. The reason you're like that is you're at the space station's actually in orbit, which is a perpetual falling.
Yeah.
The whole time. So
Yeah.
there actually is gravity.
Yeah, a little bit.
Little known fact that people
Little
say
bit.
there's zero gravity. Like, no, not there.
Well, there's zero gravity in space, right?
Yes, but we're too close
in
to the Earth.
Actually,
space
gravity is where
station.
you find there are spaces where you find all gravity.
And anti-gravity.
Planets are in space. Moons are in space.
You have to have mass
They
to
all
have gravity.
They all have,
Right.
They all have gravity.
It's like in a net.
There's just gravity.
Well, when people say
Well,
like
you're
the
talking
space
about
station's in
space-time.
space,
Yeah.
you're not in space really. You're just
yeah. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, it's cool and all, but like when they went up in that William
You're talking about the
Shatner-
Will Shatner.
not in space.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're just really high.
Yeah. God, what an idiot Elon Musk has turned out to be, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like just
a weirdo.
Absolutely insane.
I saw his thing with the birds, and he was saying that they're robots, and I was like, and I walked outside, and I was like, now, if I remember,
Zach told me not.
Zach said birds are real.
Birds are real, but it. I get it. Like what do they call conspiracy
get it?
theorists? Well, no, I mean, like I
They have a van that says it on it and
Yeah.
stuff.
Patrick, my friend's dad is a little bit of a conspiracy theorist, and I'm like, it just gets old.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
yeah.
If you look at the iceberg and how many, theories there are, don't get me wrong. There's some where I'm like, man, I could take a deeper dive into that. Come on,
As long as you remember that, extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence, you're gonna be
right.
good.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to show me that shit.
I mean, I think it's really interesting that. I mean, I think it's interesting to see. There's not much on that iceberg where I'm like, oh, I want to take a deep dive into that because that sounds legit.
Yeah, where's the ice wall that's the edge of the flat Earth, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that would be super easy to prove, but no one's going to give you money because you're a dumbass. Because
Right.
we know how shadows and stuff work, and the world is a sphere. It's the most energy effective shape you can take in space.
Well, and it's repeated throughout all of the universe.
Yeah,
I see you've got your cool necklace on again.
Absolutely. I just wore the same outfit. I hope you guys didn't know. I see you did too. We got the memo.
I wear this shirt every day.
I slept in this one.
And it's still inside out. Okay.
According to the show notes, you showed up naked.
That's true.
Left the studio again.
All right, Zach.
Hell or high water. All right. So this is funny. We don't usually get too political, but god dang if this isn't funny.
I think it's over for Trump. I always assumed his reign would end in a bunker with Melania only fake eating the cyanide. Trump's the only cult leader in history to not have a charismatic personality. He's also the only president to ever get banned from multiple funerals. Just think about that. John McCain's funeral turned into a Donald Trump roast. Do you know how big of a piece of shit you have to be for somebody to take the time in a eulogy to point it out? I mean, a man died. It's clearly his day. And yet his own loved ones felt the need to incorporate Donald Trump because he's just such an insufferable asshole. Somebody tortured John McCain in a POW camp for 5.5 years. And they skipped over that guy.
It's so true. Dude tortured him for 5.5 years. Didn't bring him up.
That is a fact. All right. I'm going to play my last one. I just have to find it real quick.
I'm going to have so many in our next episode. You guys are going to be like, oh my God, this is Carrie's show today.
Oh my
All
God.
right. So I'm gonna end mine with Neil Brennan because he's one of my favorites.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah, my problem with guns is I don't buy either side's arguments completely, right? So the conservative argument is that guns are written in the Constitution because the Founding Fathers thought if all the citizens have guns, then the government will have to do what they say or else the people will rise up and fight the government, right? Which is a legitimately great idea in the 1700s. But the problem is there's still people now hoarding weapons thinking that at some point they may need to take on the American military, and they think they have a shot, right? And look, maybe they're right, which is why I'm proposing we test their theory and once a year have a head-to-head showdown. Say 100 members of the NRA versus, I don't know, 2 members of the military. Broadcasted on Fox Christmas Day. Like, Merry Christmas and welcome to the 2022 NRA Military Showdown. Let's go down to the field of battle, meet one of our NRA combatants. Sir, what's your name? What kind of weapon do you work with? And he's like, my name's Andy Baker. And I got an AR-15, wearing Kevlar head to toe. Andy, how confident are you, scale of 1 to 10? Fucking a million.
Oh my God.
We're gonna check in with the military real quick, and they cut to one guy by himself in a bunker, and he's like, my name's Staff Sergeant Jeremiah Walker. And they're like, Jeremiah, what kind of weapon do you work with? And he's like, look, I don't know if this is fair, but I'm working with a drone.
I got JDAMs on call.
Yeah, it's equipped with 8 Hellfire missiles and a high-powered camera. As you can see on this monitor here, the NRA fellas are actually in just one big cluster. So I'm gonna. We started, all right. Yeah. So I'm gonna hit this button right here. Yeah, now they're all dead. That'll do it for this year's NRA Military Showdown. Brought to you by Whole Foods.
Accurate. God, that's funny. Yeah, I'm working with a drone. Don't know if that's fair or not.
Look, I don't know if this is fair.
Working with a drone.
Neil Brennan's great. Yeah. I think he's very entertaining. Zach, you have one more?
Yeah. Where did it go? Oh, God, where did it go?
I mean, you've been looking for it for 3 minutes.
I was listening to that and looking. I think that's why I missed it.
You scrolled past it like 4 times by now.
You know what? If you're not ready,
Sandwiches start their life off as bread, which must be slapped around a bit to ensure that they are using boneless bread to avoid babies choking on the bones. The bread is sent down a conveyor belt where each slice is then segregated due to their religion. The atheist bread is smeared with butter as a mark of disrespect. A machine then tries to paint the American flag on every slice of bread, but does a really bad job of it because it's very un-American and was actually made in China. Next, the angriest worker in the factory hatefully deposits a handful of cheese that's been screamed at for 3 hours on top of the bread before it receives a sensual massage.
Jesus Christ.
Girders of dog food are positioned onto a machine that turns the gelatinous logs of yogurt meat into what some people call ham. The sliced pieces of sweaty ham are then taken and mailed to the sandwich line.
Mailed.
Slices of ham are folded into little meat tortillas and set on top of the already traumatized cheese. Next, segregation is over, as the bread finally put aside their religious differences and lie on top of each other romantically.
Oh my God.
The sandwiches are stacked and sent to the sandwich toll booth. If a sandwich doesn't have the money, it will be refused entry, turning to a life of crime instead. Orange rubber bands safely contain a bread knife, which a man jerks off at 1,000 RPM after drinking 13 Red Bulls before starting his shift. The bread comes out sliced diagonally, which is scientifically proven to make sandwiches taste better.
That's a fact.
After too many Red Bulls one day, the man with the bread knife had to be let go after he said God instructed him to saw off his boss's head. So a robot does his job now too, slicing the sandwiches into sliced sandwiches. Slicing the sandwiches makes it easy for people with little disfigured baby arms to pick up and eat, because whole sandwiches are much too heavy for their arms. The sandwiches are picked up and shoved into tiny boxes, triggering their claustrophobia. They're soon sealed shut before the workers can hear them scream, ensuring that the sandwiches cannot breathe. This kills the sandwich.
What the hell, Barrett? What is that? Like, I don't know how to react.
Yeah, that's like how you get made. I would eat that sandwich.
I would totally eat the shit out of that sandwich. Not to mention, where are their gloves?
Great question.
They're just all patting the. I mean, like, was that from the 80s or?
Those are gas station sandwiches. Those make no bones about it. That's exactly what those were.
Yeah.
All right, I have a final video. So y'all ever watch?
That was good.
Y'all ever watch the movie Repo with Master P in it?
Yes.
So the African guy,
they're going after organs.
or he's like,
they can't pay for them, right?
No,
I don't
that's
think
Repo
I've
Men.
seen. I don't think I've
Repo's
seen.
the
I think
one
you
where-
can see my confusion.
Yeah, well, and this is Master P, and I can't remember this guy's name, but he's from Africa, and he's the one who's like, hooks him up on the date. He's like, you said you look like Layla Ali. Bitch, look like Muhammad Ali. So this is him on some podcast, and oh, dude, it's just funny.
During an interview.
Hey, I got to America, and I met some people, and I'm like, I said, he said, you black? I said, of course we are black. He said, no, you black as shit. I said, what the fuck you mean? One guy told me I look like under the bed.
Oh, no. Oh.
Yo, have you looked under the bed? It's dark as fuck under the bed. They told me I look like I have no bright ideas.
Oh.
They said the difference between me and midnight is 11:59. They said when God said, let there be light, I was out of town.
Yeah.
They told me I have to wear white gloves before I eat chocolate.
Oh.
I bite my fucking fingers. They told me every time I take a shit, I think my dick fell off. Somebody told me Stevie Wonder. They told me Stevie Wonder sees me every day. That's dark as fuck. That motherfucker don't see shit.
That was him on the Logan Paul podcast.
Yeah, that's hilarious. I actually
appreciate good self roasts.
Yeah,
100%. It's hilarious. But what I thought was really funny about that was like the 3 or 4 guys beside him. They couldn't even breathe.
Yeah.
They were laughing so hard.
Yeah. Oh, that guy's funny. It makes me want to go watch Repo again because every word out of his mouth is.
I'm gonna have to watch that. I don't think I've seen it.
Yeah, it's an older movie.
I'll have to. Yeah, I haven't. I don't think I've seen it now.
Yeah.
I in my head I was thinking Repo Men.
Yeah, God, he's funny as shit. No, and that's Jude Law. Unfortunately.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought too at first whenever you just said Repo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that dude's gold. He's hilarious.
Awesome. All right. Well, good show.
That's all I really got.
That was good.
Look at me. I mean, it's just skate through another one.
Carrie's really pulling her weight around here.
Definitely gonna have to move her to the 3rd spot. It'll be
Next time.
What the pod was that with
Wink,
Barrett,
wink.
Zach,
and we'll see what
and
Carrie has.
I don't know. Wait.
Again, she woke up here.
I mean, at least we're not drawing a paycheck or anything, right?
Yeah,
so
Well, we had discussed that before she got here, too, right?
I have a video of it. Your pay's being docked the next 3 episodes.
Yeah. For being late. Not that you didn't have anything. We didn't even know that.
Yeah. No, had no idea.
But I slept here. Remember, I woke up here.
Well, you were still late, which is even more sad.
Yeah. Yeah. How did that work out?
I was stumbling in from one of the other rooms.
That's yeah.
You left for breakfast or your tea.
Thank you, Nick the Geek, engineer and producer, owner and operator of GOT Sound Studio. Check out details on how you can utilize his talent and production expertise at gotsoundstudio.com. If it seems like these episodes are too far apart, you can check out our partner podcasts. Zach and I host the All About Nothing podcast with Trent Clark, available on most of your podcast listening platforms. You can visit theallaboutnothing.com for links and details. Carrie hosts another very popular podcast with her partner Chrissy, Status Macabre, on most of the podcast platforms as well. Find details at statusmacabre.com. As well, you should check out our own DJ Lonzo's Top 5, hosted by Trent Clark, available on most of your podcast platforms. And you can check out Welcome to Wonderland, hosted by Ami Bland, available all over the podcast verse. Follow Zach King on Twitter at CarolinaKing21. You can follow Carrie Simmons on Twitter at Carrie_Simmons. You can follow me, Barrett Gruber, at Barrett Gruber. And you can follow the show on Twitter at WhatThePodPod. If you'd like to suggest something to share on the show, you can email suggestions at whatthepodwasthat.com, or you can tweet us. For more information and links, visit our website, whatthepodwasthat.com. That'll do it for this week's episode. Thank you very much, Zach. Thank you very much, Carrie. I guess Happy New Year's, everybody. And I don't have anything else except
keep your hands to yourself.
There you go. Y'all have a great week. This What the Pod Was That episode was recorded live from the Matty Johnson Podcast Studio at GOT Sound Studio in Columbia, South Carolina. What the Pod Was That is produced and engineered by Neat the Geek, owner and operator of GOT Sound Studio. To support the show, please follow us on Twitter at WhatThePodPod. What the Pod Was That is an entertainment product of Barrett Gruber. Special thanks to Carrie Simmons, Zach King, Muff the producer, Neek the Geek, and you, our listeners. Please subscribe, rate, review, and share. Thank you for listening.
keep your hands to yourself.
What the Pod Was That is a part of the GOT Podcast Network and a product of Barrett Gruber Entertainment and Media.